I tried out the Gansai Tambi granulating watercolor palette. I think it was pretty cool. I designed my own coloring page to test these out. I sprayed them to make sure that they were activated. They recommend that you actually dilute the paint in water and mix it with water and then paint on the page. I didn't do that. Instead, I painted right on there, and then you put water in and you realize that like the colors separate, but they're kind of like floating on top. Like I could lift that orangey brown out so I can see more of the blue underneath. And this was Aurora Orange. That was orange and blue combo. So I can move the paint either by picking up in one area and painting in another, or literally moving it with the belly of the brush or the tip of the brush. So here I'm trying the Aurora Pink, and I put it directly onto the page, added water and moved it around, and it's a very light wash. And this paints work really well with like light washes, because then you can really see what you can really see that that pinkness. Otherwise, the pink kind of gets dulled out if it's too, there's not enough water to separate it out. But you saw that the blue was like underneath it. It's that combo of the two. And it's really beautiful, like pastel-y colors that you can get and effects with these that I find is so lovely. I kept coming over and over with a lot of the colors and with water, and to some effects, they worked really well. Other times I feel it muddied it a bit too much. I really would keep in mind the white of the page to leave some stuff undone or very light washes, just so that there's a lot of contrast in the final piece. So here I've been playing, and I really do enjoy bringing in and picking up different colors and trying to darken certain areas, almost glazing or layering in certain points. So here, this is the Aurora Red and the Aurora Orange. So it was orange and green and red and blue. And so I was trying to do like the robin bird colors with red and orange, but I actually got a lot of blue and green. So I think I need more time for the colors to separate, or on the pan I could actually wait for them to separate and just pick up that orange, which so I had a tinge of green, and pick up the red and had a tinge of blue. But here I'm doing all that separation right on the page, adding a lot of water, picking it up, adding more paint, and then picking it up. When the paint dries, when it's very thick, it's very matte, almost kind of like chalky. So you have to, you can constantly reactivate this. You can constantly paint more. I can go back on my page now, add water, and start moving stuff around. But the colors have sunk in a little bit, so it will be darker rather than perfectly brighter. So here I show some of that green, that beautiful green that's underneath, just by lifting. So if you do that right away, you can have that connection. Here the page is soaking up that paint, soaking up that water really quickly. So to get more crisp lines, I need to move faster than I am here, but it was nice to see. And if you can see that spot that was on there, here's the water. When you leave the paint in the water, it separates. So there's that beautiful pink. There's also a bit of red, and then there's kind of like the purpley magenta on the bottom there. So you can just go and use the tip of your brush and pick up those dots of paint and then paint with those. And see up there, when you leave it wet, these were like just accidental spots that I forgot about, that bright pink and that blue there, just leaving the water there. And that could be like leaving it for a minute, 2 minutes. I don't know how long they were like that. I didn't notice it till the end. So when you give water the time it needs to separate them, it will. Unless you do very light washes where you can see some of the separations right away. But the dramatic, really dark and really light together, you need more time to let it be in water and separate either on the page or on the palette. But I love this.